Ladies and gentlemen, we're back again. You know what time it is. Month 1, 4 weeks of the 2026 MLS regular season have passed. And if you are a regular to Wake Up MLS and GOLZ TV, you know every month we run the monthly power rankings in tier list fashion here on the channel, which is what we're doing today. I got Davi from the Blue Burrows Pod, Hector from Insert Name FC here with me to break it all down. It's going to be straight vibes. So again, if you enjoy weekly MLS content, tune in all the way through. We got quick fire predictions at the very end. And if you enjoy the content when it's all said and done, again, we appreciate a like on the video, subscribe, share, do all the great things. But let's not waste any more time. Added a few extra tiers or a couple extra tiers to the list. And I'm going to go ahead and tee up that list now. So let's go ahead, bring it on screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It's going to be a fun one, man. All right. So again, if you guys are brand new to our monthly power rankings, this every month, we kind of just grade where the teams are at this moment in time. And here are the 6 tiers we're breaking every one of the 30 MLS clubs into from top to bottom. And Hector, again, sorry if it triggers the Alexa in the room, but Alexa, play Trophies by Drake at the very top. We got
we got
Vibes FC right beneath that, which again, Vibes FC implying that, hey, they're going to be winning a lot of games, but just probably not winning anything else. Good, not great. MLS is hard. Wooden Spoon Watch, which you would think should be the final bottom tier, but it's not, because there are some teams playing shambolic soccer at the moment, and that is the very bottom tier. Relegation should be a thing. It should be a thing in MLS anyway, but that's a conversation for a different day. Let's go ahead, lads. Let's jump right into it. We got the first team, alphabetical order, as usual, Atlanta United. Are they wooden spoon already?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tough.
Like,
Latte got a goal, though. You got a goal.
Yeah, he did. That's one more off the docket.
Finally.
But the thing that's weird, though, because right now, and obviously it's so early, right? Because we're only like 4 matches into it.
Mm-hmm.
But like if this stays, because once again we've said it many times, the Eastern Conference is very top heavy. Like, I mean, it's going to be competitive now down the final stretches, but like a team that that has 3 losses right now is still currently in 10th place and technically still in the wild card discussion. But man, they have, they just don't look great.
They don't, man. It's tough, bro. I think it's, they're pretty much right where they ended last year. Like, if I'm being for real, like there's nothing new or exciting about this Atlanta United team, which is tough to say because I'm not expecting 2018 Atlanta United with Tata Martino coming back in, but I'm expecting better than 2025. Like, and granted, they're in 10th. Okay, like, yeah, where did they finish? 12th or 13th last year?
Yeah,
like, yeah, sure, a couple spots above, and we are still super early, like Hector said. But bro, 1 win. They got 5 goals in 4 games. They spent so much money on the attack last year. I don't know, man. This team's got to turn it around soon. I just don't know how the turnaround comes into play. But hey, Latte Loth got a goal. $22 million for that. Wooden Spoon Watch seems appropriate. All right, man. Again, Atlanta United fans, there's not a whole ton of analysis here. I don't think you guys would even disagree with this. I think right now, you can maybe even say, hey, MLS is hard if you want to be an optimist. But like at the end of the day, bro, I think unless they really start clicking offensively, this is probably going to be where they are at the end of the year based on right now. All right, man. Austin FC.
I would say MLS is hard.
Yeah, MLS is hard.
Why would you say that?
Davi, you want to take this or you want me to go?
Yeah, I mean the one win they got was against DC United, but granted it's DC United that's not really the bottom dwellers that we usually are accustomed to seeing. I mean, they've been doing decent for the first 4 games. I mean, hell, they just beat Chicago on the road, so they don't usually get many road wins, and they were actually structurally pretty decent in that game. So it took Austin a lot to get that 1 goal to find it, and they almost lost to a mediocre, some would say terrible Minnesota team without James Rodriguez.
Who came in, by the way, at like fucking 5-0 against.
Yeah. So any narcos in Colombia that betting Minnesota win are pissed as fuck right now with that result. So and then a hard done loss to Charlotte, just because of the refereeing and VAR and everything like that. I mean, it's a tough loss. Like whenever VAR gets involved and wipes wipes a couple, gets some decisions like go against you. So it's pretty tough. And I mean, and they had a tough loss this past weekend at RSL. The pretty late goal they conceded. So I mean, they're that's what they've kind of showed. They concede late goals to start off the year, and it's kind of costing them at the with 2 back-to-back losses.
Yeah, and they can't score. Like that's the biggest thing I think is like they like 3 of the 4 games they've scored once.
Yeah.
And in the Minnesota game to open the season they scored twice, but they choked the lead. So it's just like and again, when you go out and spend the money you spend,
and one of their goals, the goal against Charlotte wasn't even theirs. It was an own goal.
Yeah, bro. Like it's just again, it's just like when you go out and buy a Facu Torres, right? It's not just like, hey, I feel like Austin has this idea that regardless of who we have as manager, what tactics we implement, if we go out and spend the money, the goals will come. That's just not how the sport works, bro. It's not. We've seen it everywhere. Leagues all over the world go out and buy the very best players. It doesn't always translate to goals and wins. Like you need to have someone at the helm that knows what they're doing, that plays expansive football. If that's what you're buying players to do. And I'm sorry, bro, you have Nico Estevez as your coach. You do. You have the prime Haram ball merchant.
Unless you're Inter Miami and you have Mascherano, who's friends with everybody down there.
Be a fly in the room when Austin was going. Like they had the pick of the litter, right when they're going through their manager search.
25 coaches they apparently had on a short list.
They had Dominic Torrent on that list.
Like I just want to, like, once again, just to be a fly in that room where they just looked at all the options and was Nico Estevez. Like what they think? What do you think was Coach Gordon Bombay? Like you got the wrong Estevez. Like what is like,
bro?
Like,
if I'm an Austin fan and I heard that and like at that time, I'd be so pissed, man.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when Hector said that. It reminded me of the 2017 NFL draft. You know when the Bears like moved up to get Trubisky.
Oh, yeah.
And they passed on like Mahomes and like several other quarterback prospects.
They passed on Mahomes. They passed on Watson.
How did you guys get to
Watson? Was a good decision.
Fine, but at the time you were just like, bro, how did you? I want to be in the room to like understand the process for how you guys went about deciding to go up and get.
They traded up for a guy that they were probably going to get.
Bro, exactly. I was like, dude, the least experienced guy. It's so relatable. It's like they picked the least experienced guy. He had like a year and a half of college football. It's like, bro, Nico Estevez has one job at MLS. He's only ever had one senior job as a coach. He shit the bed. He got fired. And they somehow brought him in and expected him to perform miracles. I'm like, bro, that's just not how this league works. I feel like, and I don't even think it's necessarily just only Nico's fault. I think at some point, man, who's the Borrell, the sporting director? I think at some point, bro, they got to start coming after him. If you're an Austin FC fan, you got to start holding that man accountable, bro, because he spent so much of y'all's money, brought in this coach, and because he's got a fancy accent and used to, be under Pep, it's like he can do no wrong. I don't understand, man.
I feel like we're all like the guys from Office Space and just like, what exactly do you do?
I just don't get it, bro. I had no idea. Yeah, MLS is hard, and I'll be honest, bro. Until they get rid of maybe Nico and Rodolfo Borrell, I think MLS is going to continue to be hard. It's going to continue to be hard for them. All right, man. Montreal.
Oh man, there's part of me wants to put them in relegation, but I'm gonna put them at the bottom of Wooden Spoon Watch right now.
Yeah.
Why not relegation? Because
there's one team that deserves to be in there for sure.
Yeah, but my argument for Montreal is like, I will commend them that yes, did they do a massive overhaul of players signings and all that this offseason? Yes. Were they good signings? No. But when you do this is the equivalent of just throwing shit at the wall and hoping to see what sticks. Yeah. And so, like, for that, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and not put them – I know if John was here, he would put them in relegation. But,
bro,
they tried something. They tried. And so, I don't want to give them too much crap. We'll it's probably going to get worse, and we'll get there when we get there. But I think I'll give them props right now that they did do a massive overhaul of signings. They try to do something to change the team. Will it work? Who's to say? Right now, I'm just gonna put them on Spin Watch, and maybe next month I feel differently.
Yeah, it's A for effort. I agree with Hector. A for effort. I hope they continue to just try to find a way to get some results here and there, build on the shambolic last couple seasons you guys have had. I don't know, man. It's just keep trying. I guess you could what Hector? What's the Seattle motto?
Fight and win.
Fight and win. Yeah, embrace that shit. Embrace it. Like just try to work your way up this tier list because right now, I mean, this is probably where they belong.
Had they not beat Red Bull, they'd definitely be in relegation.
Yeah, and what's crazy was they smacked Red Bull at Red Bull, which is.
Wiki Carmona came back and smacked them.
You can probably say like that was a sign, like, oh, maybe they're cooking something here. So
and they pooped on that. They pooped on that right afterwards. So it kind of is what it is. All right, but this was an interesting one, Charlotte. I'm gonna put him here.
Good, not great. Yeah, I was thinking good, not great.
It was either good, not great, or like on top of MLS is hard. But
I'm gonna say good, not great. Because one, I think and granted, the red card had already come into play. Beto had already gotten red carded with Austin. It is what it is, but they did beat the shit out of Austin. I still think they would have beaten Austin at the bank anyway. But I think Charlotte's a tier above. I think they have better players, a better manager, and at the end of the day, like they actually have some results. So,
and I mean, hats off to them the way they played against Miami. So
yeah, that's actually true, bro. I mean, I was actually really surprised that game ended in a draw. I was really surprised.
A scoreless draw.
Yeah, a scoreless draw of everything. Man, I don't know. I think Charlotte, they will get better. I expect them to get better. If they don't, I still believe Dean Smith is one of those managers that could start to feel or should start to feel some pressure. Because I feel like he's got this weird mix of locker room personalities, man. I think we probably all saw another Wilfred Zaha rant right before the Inter Miami game. I feel like he's just always pissed off. I don't know how good that is for the morale in that locker room, especially when they have weird results. I don't know, man. It's a weird puzzle that Dean Smith has to juggle.
Well, to be fair, he does get kicked around a lot, so the refs don't really.
But bro,
still, you're a professional footballer. If I'm in his shoes, I'm expecting to get kicked every week.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, especially in a league as physical as MLS. Like it is, bro. If you're one of the better players, they're gonna do whatever they can to just take you down, and that's you have to expect that coming in. So, I don't know, man. I feel like part of me, I'm not gonna go as far as like going full like shut up and dribble mode, but like, bro, just like put your head down and realize that your team could be so much better than they are right now. They really could.
It's like, all right, bro, you got a point, but at some point, just shut up.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you got a point, but let's wait till the season's over, or in a pause maybe to have those conversations. Like right now, I just need to put your head down, stay focused, and like get results. If you're a Charlotte FC fan,
honestly, I'll just say this, man: fight fire with fire, man.
Yeah. I mean, bro, sometimes the best way to shut everybody up is to score and win. Like that's it. Like that's literally
it's like, man. Even with all the attempts, I'm still putting up numbers. Like that's honestly the only thing. But
you just got to find a way to bring it back to your Crystal Palace days.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair though, Messi wasn't happy about how LAFC was with him and almost stormed out the referee's locker room. So I mean, like, it happens.
Yeah, but bro, I mean, like the way Charlotte got waxed by the Galaxy a couple weeks ago, like that, what was it, like 3-0 in 20 minutes or whatever?
3 goals in 11 minutes.
Oh, something stupid. Yeah, it was insane, man. Like that was such a bad performance, and it just shows you right now what the floor of this team looks like.
No, 3 and 13.
13, yeah. And so you look at again the other teams, right? 2 of the other 3 teams they played, I don't consider to be right now playoff teams in St. Louis and Austin. And then they drew against Miami. So it's a very mid version of Charlotte right now. To me, this is as high as they go. Good, not great. Chicago, brother, I'm about to.
MLS is hard.
MLS is hard.
Yeah, honestly, bro. Yeah, right there. John, I hope you go back and watch this, bro. I honestly
fucking put him in Wooden's watch. Fuck it.
I'm never picking Chicago Fire in a pick 'em ever again. You can quote me on that shit right now. I'm never picking them.
They play Philadelphia this week, so
bro, you'll see my pick. You'll see my pick at the end.
They have absolutely no excuse. But I mean, when you look at it, they lost to Dynamo 2-1. And I'll be honest with you, there was moments where Chicago Fire could have probably put that game out of reach, and they let an aging forward. How old is Yeah. How old is he? 30, 31? Let me see.
Bro, both of his goals in that game.
Also, best player, 30 years old.
30 years old.
Best player on the team right now.
Bro, but he surprised me. But the fact that Chicago's defense let that man by himself blow past them with the ball for both goals, I'm like, bro, y'all y'all aren't going to win very many games this year. And that's that the East probably will not end up as strong as the West. I have a hot take on that front, but man.
So you had opportunities to put that game out of reach, and then you let a 30-year-old just run track and field on y'all.
Go ahead.
Your best result is a 3-0 victory against Montreal.
I was going to say that. That's exactly what I was going to say. I was like, your only fucking result is literally
and they're a tier down below you.
Yes, bro. Like, and you drew to a team who also hasn't registered to win this season in Columbus. Like, bro, Chicago actually under Triple G might be one of the most overrated teams in MLS this season.
And then on top of that, we'll get to DC United, but you also didn't get a good result against a team that probably is very up in the air as far as how they're going to end this season.
Bro, remember before when we did the week 1 preview, John was talking with so much chest about how he was so confident his front three.
Best front three.
Yeah, best front three. They were going to absolutely like steamroll NYCFC scoring ability. And you know what? I was willing to hear it, right? And I wanted to hear Davi kind of like, give me an argument for why that was going to be the case. But like, bro, I mean, 5 goals in 4 games. 5 goals in 4 games, man. For one of the best attacks in the league. Nah, man, you guys are absolutely shit in the bed. Yeah, Chicago, bro. You guys actually might be lucky to be right here. I don't really care. Colorado. This one's tricky. This one's actually very tricky.
Good, not great.
I want to put them good, not great, but I also can see them in MLS as hard.
It's tough, bro.
I mean, when they came to the Bronx and they looked pretty decent. They played very chippy. They were very chippy on the night, but they were.
I think
actually they were pretty good.
Their losses were both a 2-goal deficit, like a 2-goal deficit. Like, I mean, you lost 2-0 Seattle, and then you lost to NYCFC 3-1. But once again, you can argue those are 2 really good teams.
Yeah.
And then you beat Portland 2-0, depending on how you feel about Neville and the boys, and you beat the Galaxy 4-1.
Which is a big result. I mean,
however,
this was weird as fuck.
However, they blew past them when they were already down a man.
This could be the most like 7th place team of all time. It feels like that. Like they're gonna have big results, some weird ones, but like it just feels like a team who's gonna just narrowly miss out on the wild card at the end of the day. Which could still be a good thing for Rapids fans, right? Like I'm not saying it's bad. It's just.
I mean, the way you say that, I think you put them on good, not great.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I got to put them right here by Charlotte. But either way, this is still probably most Rapids fans would probably agree that this is still kind of maybe even ahead of their own expectations. Like they're like, hey, this is better than I thought we were going to be to start off the year. So, I mean, all in all, man,
you move on from Mihalovic, and you're still able to at least be somewhere where you were before. Yeah,
bro, 100%. Columbus Crew. This one's super tough because how much do you factor in that they have yet to win a game?
A lot.
Yeah, bro. Is this team complete? Look, just think about what's happened since Wilfred Nancy has left and how much this team has been dismantled. Like oh man.
I mean, you lose 3-2 to Portland. You draw 2-2 to Kansas City. 0-0 to Chicago. Best attack, by the way. And you lost 1-0 to Cashville. Like, are there any, like, I mean, maybe going 1-0 with Nashville is somewhat impressive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's at home, right? What was that game at home?
That was at home.
Yeah, that was at home. That one. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think like in that like if relegation was a thing, they'd be right there. I mean, technically they would be, right? But like, are they really below Montreal and Atlanta?
I think we look at those players and you know that when they're on, they're on. I don't know what it is about this manager. Maybe he's not putting them in the best capable position, or maybe it goes back to the one thing I've been saying that they need a 9.
Yeah. I'm gonna put them here, like wooden spoon watch, only because like I think there are 2 teams who wholeheartedly belong here, and I would put the Crew above them, and we'll talk about those teams later.
This is definitely the weakest they've been since 2016.
Bro, it's crazy, man. Like I don't know if the wheels will fall off, and I will say for the Crew, I was chatting with Ty from the Wise Men Say podcast, and we were going back and forth on Twitter because he basically at this point was like begging for a result, right? He's like, hey, we need something. And I was like, well, look, the next 5 games, bro, the next 5 games are massive for Columbus. And because they're games that they can get points from. It's Toronto away, Atlanta away, hosting Orlando, away to New England, and then hosting the Galaxy. And if you want to go a 6th, hosting Philadelphia. Like, though, you can get points from the majority of those games, but like, will they realistically? I don't know. Andre Gomez had his. I totally forgot he came to MLS.
Dude, I totally forgot he still played.
Yeah, bro. Same, bro. Same. I still remember his Barca days back in the day. But like, I
so shit
at Barca. But overall, decent career as a player, decent player for sure, a decent player for MLS. And like, I don't know if he's the guy, obviously, to turn the crew around. He's a center midfielder, but he had a decent cameo against Nashville, and I think that if he could just find a way to give this team more control, maybe that'll lead to more opportunities and get them on the score sheet faster, because they need goals, bro. They need to get some points in these next 5-6 games. So here for now, but if they walk out of there with next to nothing, this might be a terrible year for the crew. All right, man. DC United. I'm really curious here how you feel about that one. DC, but top 5 DC, by the way, in the East.
Good, not great.
I think you kind of have to, bro. I think you have to.
I think right now you do, but when you look at, I mean, you went toe-to-toe with Inter Miami, not in your home stadium, by the way, but you went toe-to-toe with Miami 2-1. Honestly, the loss to Austin FC, it was just kind of, it just happened. You know, like it was just a great Christian Ramirez moment.
Yeah.
I mean, but at this point, can you really brag about being in Chicago and Philadelphia?
Knowing what we know now,
no. Probably not. But I mean, this is a team that we thought was going to be one spoon conversation.
Good, not great.
So,
yeah, good, not great. And I will say, with the whole like Chicago thing, for example, like if you look at our pick'ems, right, it's still I think it was like 2-1-1, 2 in favor of Chicago, 1 draw, 1 DC. So like it's still like even amongst ourselves, right? Like the majority of us technically had Chicago and DC upset them. So I think, yeah, it's weird to say that we're not just chalking them in wooden spoon or relegation right off the bat, but like, yeah, right now, technically good, not great.
I think that's what Ty Baribo gets. He's got 3 goals on the season, so
the Baribo effect, bro.
We'll put him on his own on their own tier category and just Ty Baribo.
Ty Baribo, just a picture of him right on the side. Hell yeah, bro. This is good though, man. This tier is looking crazy right now. Not gonna lie. Speaking of crazy, because of how their start to the season has gone, already hearing Pat Noonan out shouts on the timeline. FC Cincinnati.
MLS is hard.
MLS is hard. I think that there's a lot of expectations. I mean, a lot of people put them as a contender for the MLS Cup this year. Like they're finally going to do it right. They've been doing pretty well for themselves every season, it seems like, and this is not a great start for them, right? I mean, and maybe you can argue maybe it's because of Triple C. Maybe you can throw that up there.
Maybe.
And I mean, what? A 1-0 loss to Minnesota, 1-0 loss to Toronto, and then that 6-1 shellacking from New England.
It's pretty bad.
Mind you, they did come off of a 3-0 victory against Tigres.
Pretty bad, though.
Yeah.
Like, it makes you think that either they're not trying an MLS or they're just severely underrating the competition following, those Triple C matches. I don't know. I have no idea what to make of this team. Zero idea. But what's crazy is like when they were traveling back from New England, I was seeing certain fans on the timeline say like, if Pat Noonan is not fired when the plane lands home, like I'm not going to go back and watch games. I'm like, bro, what? That's insane. I've like Noonan. I'm not saying he bought himself any kind of grace, but he is a big, big reason why they've had so much success up to this point. And we're still so early. I know they only have 1 win, but we're still technically very, very early in the season. So. Yeah, man, this is still a good team. I agree. MLS is hard. This is probably the best bet for them. All right, man. FC Dallas. Bro, you ready for this? No. Good, not great. But I tell you what, they go right there. And I'm gonna say why.
I tend to agree.
I think the biggest reason why is because you look at Dallas and what they've had to overcome. Their opening 4 games have been a win in Toronto, at home against Toronto in the opening week. And then in back-to-back fashion, we had to play Nashville, LAFC, and San Diego. 3 powerhouse teams, and we've gotten 2 draws out of those 3 games. And the LAFC one at LAFC, they netted it in the final 10 minutes. They got they squeezed out the win at the end. So I don't know, man. For me, as long as Petar Musa is on this team, as long as the best out-and-out striker in MLS is on this team is going to be good. Like, at a minimum, is going to be good. Like,
I think when we talked about, like, when we did the super early rankings, I mean, the big question was with FC Dallas is, will we have Musa still on this roster? We got Musa on the roster, right? He's still here. Summer will be another conversation.
Oh, I don't want to talk about summer, bro.
But I mean, this team goes as far as Musa can take them, and I think you mentioned the draw. They've shown they can hang, whether it's a defensive showdown or they can hang in a shootout. There is some positives you can take from FC Dallas, and that I just don't like saying that, but I think that, like, yeah, I think when you look at these, one, you guys went through a gauntlet. You started out the season with a gauntlet. The easiest opponent was Toronto, and that's just because Toronto's still figuring things out. Yep. But, like, when you're talking about Cashville, right? When, we love Cashville on this show. You talk about LAFC, a team we're talking about is at the league, is at the face of the league right now, is LAFC, and San Diego, who knows how to score a lot of goals. So yeah, I think that it's not an easy task. I mean, if you talk about a team that would be a wooden spoon candidate, they probably would not have. We'd probably be putting them in the relegation zone right now. So I think that, like, yeah, I think you have a valid point. I don't think that necessarily, like, Dallas is good, because once again, Dallas is good. It just depends how good Petar Musa can take you. Yeah. But this team is built around Musa. You can clearly tell. You can see it. That's the identity of this team. That they're gonna try to build a team around him and make sure that he has the options that he needs to really get the best out of him. So we just need a big win, a big statement win from FC Dallas.
Yeah, I agree.
To really put you guys on that. Could they be great?
Yeah, bro. And you know what's crazy is, like, I thought it was going to happen against San Diego. I would have gladly taken the L on my pick for that week. I picked a draw going into last week. I would have gladly taken the L, because I think, bro, what's crazy is that San Diego, yeah, we tied 3-3. 2 of their goals are penalty kicks they received in the first 25, 30 minutes of the game. And that was disappointing, right? For those who weren't following, Dallas had Urogida out. Are insanely talented. You can argue the Petar Musa equivalent of our back line as a center back. I think he's a massive, massive piece that we couldn't play against San Diego. And it showed. Our back line just gave up, like, stupid fouls, easy chances in the first half. And that's how San Diego pulled away early. But the fact that, like, yeah, bro, we came back being down 2 goals because of the pressure we created. And we'll talk about San Diego, bro, but you can pressure this team. You can high press the shit out of them, and it's difficult for them to move the ball out of the back. So we'll talk about that. But pressing them, creating a ton of mistakes, winning the ball back high up the pitch, and then finding Musa in the box, it's working. So I think if Dallas can keep that alive, like, keep that, honestly, man, that dog mentality with that, I think Quill is, like, really, really kind of reinforcing with this team. And granted, we don't lose Musa somewhere down the line. They can outperform last season. That's as far as I'll say there. But yeah, man, I think this is appropriate for where they are right now. Houston.
On top of MLS is hard.
Houston's an interesting one for me. I feel like this is one of the most wild card teams in MLS right now, because you guys can be, like, the game against Portland surprised me.
I said it. The Diamond are going to be a problem. They're going to be a problem this season. They're going to ruin people's seasons. And it's because they play full shit housery football. Like, I mean, Jesus Christ, how many red cards? We have 3 red cards already on the docket.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, they're going to play full shit housery. They're going to play physical. And it's going to go down to just big athletic moments like we had with Guilherme, who scored the 2 goals against Chicago. You had And I'm not gonna lie, man. Once again, that LAFC loss, while it looked really bad, but being down 2 men and still going it down the wire like it did, you know what? Not bad. And then with Portland, that was just a straight ugly game. And props to the guys that came up and scored, man. I mean, Andrade's goal, beauty.
Yeah.
Guillermo scored a goal, I believe. And then on top of that, Bogusz comes in and finishes the job.
That winner was crazy.
Down a man.
Yeah.
Down a man. That's what I'm saying. It was so impressive. But I went back to listen to the local call just to see, like, what Dynamo fans are,
shout out to Alex Parra, by the way, man. Like, big shoes to fill for him, especially with like a legend like Glenn Davis no longer affiliated with the club as far as broadcasting goes. To him to take in a job that obviously seems controversial right now with the Dynamo.
Yeah.
Because Dynamo just loves just making themselves look bad. It was a lot of pressure, but Alex Parra, he's just a very much a professional, man. Like a great guy, great for the Houston soccer community. He has his own youth programs that he tries to help out with the youth in Houston. So all in all, man, if there was a guy that I love Glenn Davis, and if I don't get to hear Glenn Davis, and I'm happy it's Alex Parra.
Yeah, and honestly, the call was insane, bro. Like when Bogusz's goal went in, I was just like, "Damn, this is vibes." If you're a Dynamo fan, and I think what's crazy is that this version of Houston, and with what the mentality that I feel like Quill has given this Dallas team, this Texas derby this weekend could be spicy as shit. It really could be, bro. I think it's going to be. There may not be a lot of actual soccer being played. We'll see. Like, I don't know. It's going to be a wild game. But I'm excited for it because I think what we saw last year when Houston came to Dallas and got that upset with that crazy Jack McLean banger, fucking Hector and I were there. I don't know, man. I think there's going to be blood on the line in this one. It's going to be crazy. So we'll see.
We'll see. I think from the surge, they said something about that they're actually not going to have as much. I think they're not allowed to have flags. I don't know what the hell.
They couldn't bring. I can't remember. Dallas made a statement about it too. Like the surge weren't able to bring. It was like flags and something else. It was. But basically they were like, hey, we didn't have it last year. We still won the game. I saw a bunch of Houston Dynamo fans chiming in. Like, I don't think it's that big of a deal, but yeah, it'll be interesting, bro.
I'll be honest. We were at the corner where the surge were, so all I gotta know. All I'm gonna say is for the guys at surge, calma, a little bit. Don't be throwing beer cans at kids like they did this. I
know, bro. No shame. It's okay though. It's a rivalry. Like I said, for me, everything like all is fair to Derby, and for the most part. But like at the end of the day, like to me, none of that shit crossed the line. It is what it is. I had to sit there and fucking hold the L. For that reason, that shit needs to be bulletin board material for Quill and the boys this weekend. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But I think it's going to be one of the spiciest Texas derbies we get in quite some time. All right, man. Miami.
Oh boy, the Messi podcast haters
just got eliminated. From
the fresh off elimination,
and they're all bitching about away goals.
The team that was the ownership group that's talking about how they should be representing in Copa Libertadores. Like,
you can't even win CONCACAF, man.
Try to win CONCACAF first. You know.
Not in CONCACAF, bro. It's not like they lost some random team in CONCACAF. They lost to fucking Nashville. They lost to a team in their own league, bro. Yeah, you
didn't have to play against the Liga MX side. You didn't have to go to Mexico. You just had to play.
You didn't leave the country. You're here. It might as well have been a regular MLS game, and you lost. You lost against, I will say, a better team. I don't know, man.
The rivalry with Nashville and Inter Miami is just becoming more.
I would say good, not great.
There's a rivalry going on with Miami and Nashville.
I think there needs to be, bro. I think LAFC could be that, but they're not going to play each other often enough. In the Eastern Conference, Nashville and Miami can be that, and it takes the place of Orlando, Miami. I know that there's still that bitter rivalry down in Florida, but with how bad Orlando,
Miami and Nashville have played so many big games. You're talking about
it's like every cup competition you expect a Nashville Miami matchup.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that they're the two best teams in the East. Would you say that?
No.
Who's the second best team?
There's another team in the mix.
So it's not. Yeah. So again, I just want to see what Davi would say. Because sometimes he has a
Oh,
background team.
we all know it's Chicago in the front three.
I would say Vibes FC for Inter Miami, and it's just because it goes back down to like it's Miami, bro. Come on, it's fucking Miami.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Hector. I love what Davi said though. I agree. I'm okay with putting him in good, not great. It does feel like a little bit of a hater take, but the reason I want to say Vibes FC is because for me, Vibes FC is like Real Madrid last season, as an example, right? Is like they'll win a lot of games. They'll win a lot of games, but that's all they're winning are games, not trophies.
They're just winning league games. Like they didn't.
Yeah,
win
exactly,
last
bro.
year.
It's vibes, and when those big, when those games, they hit like crack, right? Like
it might be the same this year.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. And so, like I said, I just don't see them winning trophies this year. I don't. And Miami fans, bro, hold that, bro. You out of Triple C already. We're not even at the end of March, and bro, you're already out. You're already out.
Mid-March.
Yeah, you're mid-March. We're literally. You got slapped up by LAFC in a highly televised game where Messi and the stars should shine. They didn't, bro. It's just this is going to be such a weird year for Miami, and all they're going to do, all the comments are going to flex are Messi's credentials, what he's accomplished in the past, the fact that they won it last year. I don't care. Cry about this year, bro. I do not care. Vibes FC Miami. Hold that. LAFC
Trophies.
Yeah. Trophies, bro. It's they got that playing when everybody walks into the locker room. And here's the craziest part about LAFC. They haven't even come close to hitting stride yet.
Well, they don't even look that good.
Yeah, they don't really look that good for what we expect them to be, and yet their defense in the league.
They just keep winning.
Yeah, they keep winning. Their defense in the league has not been scored on yet. Heung-min Son hasn't scored a goal yet. And yet, keep in mind, the open DP slot is still there. Summer, things could change dramatically for LAFC in a very positive way. Like, this team can get so much better, and yet there are still a top 2 team, top 3 team in the West.
Fair play to Alajuelense. They took it all the way down to the wire.
Yeah, with this team. They tried. I respect it, bro. They tried that David Martinez banger. I mean, it should hit. Like, it hit.
Just a good day for Venezuelan sports.
Yeah, seriously, bro. So. How do we feel about this coach in comparison to Dolo?
I mean, their fans really want Dolo back.
I think it's like I just think it's the culture, man, with LAFC, dude. Like they're just something. It's just a different environment, man. Like you want to talk about like I don't want to be like biased and everything, but like championship caliber vibes, even though there's only one championship. But like, but like, just like that there's a standard, that there's like expectations when you're LAFC, and so like when you thought of their first manager, Bob Bradley was managing this team, and then Cherundolo, I believe, was right after, and now this Dos Santos. I mean, like these guys are just kind of just continuing. Staying the course of LAFC is going to be a threat in the MLS. Just one trophy to show for it, but still like a threat in the MLS, and I believe an Open Cup as well. So,
yeah, man. I mean, LAFC
they're a threat on all fronts.
Yeah, we talked about it. We talked about all of this in the last video, right? You guys need to check it out. We had a whole big discussion in the previous video on the channel regarding just LAFC potentially being the most complete team. A lot of arguments and debates on that. We're not saying it's 1000% true, but there's Vancouver, there's San Diego, there's in the West alone, there's like a lot of competition for that spot. But with that said, bro, I mean, this team can only go up, and that's the scary part for anybody who has to encounter LAFC between now and the end of the season. So, yeah, man, I think trophies is exactly where they belong.
And once again, they still have a DP spot open.
Bro, that's crazy. I'm telling you, bro. If Griezmann ends up at LAFC in black and gold, and Heung-min Son starts finding the end of season form he had last year, bro, it's this whole league might be cooked. LA Galaxy, man, this is
it MLS is hard?
I think so. Are they actually a good team?
You've shown flashes. Yeah, they can be a good team.
I don't know. Like, to me, okay, like if we just roll back the tape here, right? Opening weekend, it is opening weekend, right? At home, they draw to NYC. What we know about NYC now, that's a decent result. They They beat Charlotte like handedly, right? In the first 13 minutes. They get smacked by Colorado, so brought right back down to earth. And then literally everybody on the channel, Davi was not here, but everybody on the show picked the Galaxy and to beat KC. And Joveljic is Joveljic, right? So I think this is fair. I think top of MLS is hard is probably where I put them. I still haven't been convinced that they are not still crawling out of the hole they dug themselves into in 2025. Even with the new signings, maybe the signings just need more time.
Granted,
right?
they're still in the Champions Cup, but I mean, their next opponent, whether it be Toluca or San Diego, is going to be pretty tough. So,
yeah, it doesn't look good for them.
I mean, the other thing is just like they're still in Concacaf Champions Cup. They're going up against Mount Pleasant, which where the fuck are they from?
They're from
Jamaica.
Jamaica.
Yeah, but they're
already 3-0 up. They're
3-0 up. I don't see them like, they may even rotate for that one, just be ready for Portland. But look, I think these next 5 games will tell me a lot of what I need to know about the Galaxy. They travel to Portland after that second leg.
That's got to be a win. I'm sorry, but that's got to be a win.
It's going to be a close game. I honestly, bro, if I had to pick right now, we'll get to predictions at the end, but I don't know. I think it's super tough. Then they host Minnesota. They go down to the Q2 to take on Austin FC. They stay in Texas to then play FC Dallas, which keep in mind, right? That little Texas trip they always make every year never seems to work out well for them. They always seem to cough up points against the Texas teams. And then they travel to Columbus after that. So these 5 games that come up after the Triple C second leg are massive for the Galaxy if they want to get out of this.
There's a couple of that are must wins at the moment.
Yeah. 100%. Minnesota United coming.
I would put the Dynamo over LA Galaxy, by the way.
Fair. I'll take that.
Okay.
Minnesota United.
Wooden spoon watch. Or MLS is hard. It's either MLS is hard or wooden spoon watch.
I think it's wooden spoon watch. Like, I'll be so for real. And I'll be honest, I'm probably like somewhere in here.
I can tell you Hamas is not staying around if you keep losing 6-0.
No, he's gone. He's gone for the World Cup.
11 goals given up to 4 goals that they've scored.
This is tough, bro. It's so crazy to see a team fall off this tremendously.
Like the next worst team that has given up the most goals is Orlando, and that's with 12.
Yeah,
and they've scored 1 more goal than.
Now, with that said, like the 6 goals they gave up, right, against Vancouver, another shout for being one of the most complete teams in MLS. I think we all saw them losing. I actually think it was going to be 6-0. And then they got, again, hosed by Cashville 3-1. So they did draw Austin, but Austin's not a good team either. They beat Cincy, which is a weird result. And so Minnesota's a weird team in general. But damn, so are they our first relegation team?
I think we still need to see what this team is actually going to look like with James on the pitch. I think that's at least a fair argument, but I think like they need to figure it out quick, because once these Western Conference teams, because the thing with the Western Conference, and you can say what you want about the Western Conference, but like we know who are going to be the good teams and who are going to be the bad teams, and so Minnesota, they need to get their shit together before we start thinking that they're one of the bad teams.
Yeah, I agree. The thing is, I don't know if they're going to get their shit together. I just don't know what the saving grace for this team is.
Seattle, LA Galaxy, San Diego, Portland, and Dallas are the next 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, even with James, I don't think James is going to be so invested that he's willing to backpack this team to being relevant. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I think this is as high as I can put him right now. Nashville, brother.
Trophies.
Brother.
Trophies, man.
I'm gonna put them here for right now because, like, I'll be honest, bro. Like, as someone who watched his team scrape by Nashville with a draw, like, that team moves. Like, that their ball movement, their transition play, how quickly they get vertical. I'm like, dude, I just watched Dallas at the end of that game and they were gassed, like, just absolutely fucking just wasted after that game. It was
Espinosa signing of the century.
A free, bro, on a free. Like, oh my god. And I was so glad he missed like those two clear-cut opportunities he got against Dallas, because like they could have easily walked away with 3 points. Yeah, man. Nashville. Do you think they're gonna be, man, Davi, when do you guys play Nashville? Because that to me is gonna be a banger game. And like I want to know if
That's the last game before the break.
Okay.
Saturday, May 23rd at Geodis Park.
And we'll know a lot more about both teams at that point. That's going to be a banger game.
The next games are Orlando, Chicago, Charlotte, Atlanta, and then Charlotte again.
They'll win 4 out of those 5. It's hard to beat Charlotte twice in a 5-game stretch. They'll win 4 out of those 5. Like I feel pretty strong about that.
And of course, as we know, they're on to the next round in the Triple C. So.
At the expense of our vibes,
and they await the winner of America and Philadelphia.
That'll be America. America.
I mean, it's 1-1 right now. So if Philly score, they go through.
Yeah. But if you're Philadelphia, you're also putting all your eggs on the Triple C basket right now.
I mean, you have to. You literally have to. If you're Carnell, I think you just try for something, because like the league's not working right now. But yeah, bro,
it could be a little early, but he might be the next one to get.
Dude, imagine being fired by 2 different MLS teams in your second season. It's just like after the success you saw the season before, crazy.
You win the Supporters Shield, and then this is where like MLS is so weird, and like I'm not trying to say like promotion relegation is needed, but like the weirdness of this league where a team could be essentially the best in the regular season and then next.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's because I don't know if it's like the Galaxy effect, right? Where I feel like last year the league and its rules forced the Galaxy to dismantle themselves following winning a trophy. I don't think you could make that same exact case, but it's just weird that did they win the Shield with St. Louis when he was there?
No, it was just first in the West.
It was just first in the West. But either way,
and then they got the film, and then they figured him out.
Yeah, in 2 different scenarios, top of the table, followed by an extremely dismal year the next year. Like it's just, and again, we're still so early, so I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh my god, he's already kind of in that territory, but he's trending in that direction super quickly. But anyway,
I mean, and also on top of that, they didn't. I don't feel like they necessarily answered anything when they moved on from Baribo.
Yeah, I agree. We'll talk about Philly. I feel like we kind of just had our whole Philly spiel right there. But at the end of the day, Cashville, they are locked and loaded here at the trophies position. All right, man. New England, huge win. What are we thinking?
And the thing is, I don't think a lot of people, at least not a lot of people, I think, are going to be ready to call them good just yet. So I don't know about putting them good, not great, but
I mean, it's weird because Houston and New England have only played 3 games because of they had to postpone. Yeah.
So we'll probably see them in an international break at some point. So.
Yeah, I think right here, bro, somewhere in this area.
That seems about right.
Yeah, I feel like that's.
Now, I will honestly tell you, when I was talking about the Eastern Conference on Instagram FC, New England to me was my dark horse team. And the reason why was I don't think a lot of people really felt scared of New England. And the thing with me was when I liked the decisions that they made in the offseason. I liked who they brought in to be the manager. And then New England, what they did, I like that. and what New England did was go get guys that has worked with him. Like Brooklyn Reigns, I know it was a head scratcher decision for the Dynamo to trade him away. We got something out of a player that was just not going to come back. He was just not going to extend. He wanted to go to Europe, but Dynamo's not going to miss out on anything because I don't think he necessarily has played enough to prove himself for Europe. But definitely had a good U20 competition, was a standout. I don't think anybody was sold just yet on him. So for him to go to New England with the manager, the guy that was coaching him during that U20 competition, and I think also bringing in guys that fit to what he's looking for, I think New England was going to slowly progress into being a pretty good side. And so Yeah, and I think that they're doing exactly that.
Yeah, I agree. They're still surpassing my expectation. That's to me is like the most impressive part.
Yeah,
And
a handful of these fixtures are pretty favorable. They had St. Louis, Montreal, DC, Columbus, and Atlanta. So,
bro, yeah,
some of these fixtures are pretty winnable.
Hey, John Rivera, if you're watching, bro, you better watch out, bro. I don't know what Chicago's going to look like in comparison to New England after a few weeks, man. This is crazy.
This is crazy because they're an original, but this is the last Sunday was the first time they've ever scored 6 goals in a game. For an MLS original, that's
a long time to go with that. Well, I mean, granted, it's 6 goals, but like still,
mind you, no game the week before.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and look, and again, I know they had some big losses or whatever, but like their losses came against good teams. So like and then they beat what we all consider to be a pretty decent Cincinnati team, regardless of what their start looks like. Fucking belt to ass, bro. Just absolutely manhandled them. So, and again, for those who are like, dude, you're just hating on Rivera, that's why you put him above Chicago. They legitimately have a better goal differential and have scored more goals than Chicago. So, any Fire fans, sorry, bro, you guys can hold that. Yeah, I think the Revs are perfectly fine right there. Davi, talk to me, bro. NYCFC.
Trophies. Put us up there. Trophies, man.
That might be the first hot take.
How do you feel knowing that like they've exceeded your expectations? Because
it feels fucking amazing, man.
Bro, you were so on the fence though about your own team to kick off the year.
What was it essentially? Like, what was it about at least going into the season that you
just don't have a striker? And I mean, we still need one, but you can't argue with the results right now. And I mean, plus they've done it in the past. They're a team that's willing to wait till the summer window to replace Alonso. And I mean, who's to know? Maybe we don't need to get a striker after all. Maybe Alonso is healthy for the summer. So
I would say if you wanted to go out and get another piece, it would be reliable backup for Maxi Morales at 39 years old. Because the guy, bro, that assist he got in the Rapids game to ice the game.
Yeah.
The goal was taken beautifully.
Talles Magno.
Yeah, so. The goal was taken by Talles well, but like the ball, bro, the carry and then just the layoff to him in stride, didn't have to do anything else besides finish it. I was like, bro, at 39, this man is just teeing up his teammates to have a fantastic year. They're top of the East right now.
I think he recently hit his 200th start for the club as well.
Crazy, man.
And I mean, you can argue like so far the worst result for NYCFC was against LA Galaxy, but that's like first game of the season, and you're traveling to LA.
Dude, but we didn't look that good against the Galaxy. But it's just the improvement week after week after week. We just come so far. We came so far since that Galaxy game. We were up a man for like 35 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a lot of improvement with NYCFC like throughout the season. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Jansson's like he's got him moving. He's got him moving.
It's a night and day difference between Janssen and Cushing.
Here we go. But I will say this. I mean, granted, you need time, right? Like last season, it was kind of up and down, but you need time to make the pieces work and to get them to flow and play the way that you want them to. But I know we're talking a lot about like how well of an old machine they seem to be going forward. That's how I've been seeing them. But they've also only conceded 3 goals in the first 4 games. Yeah. Great goal differential. I don't know, man. That Nashville matchup in May is going to be just chef's kiss, bro.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good.
And on top of that, we still have a handful of home games, and they're favorable home games as well. So, I mean, you pick up those home games and you don't lose your road games, you're putting yourself in a pretty good spot, and that's with a DP spot open.
Yeah,
we still have that DP spot open, so they could do whatever they want with that.
Maybe they go get a reason.
Red Bulls.
Good, not great.
See, I like you guys were talking right now for the last like 30 seconds. I was already kind of debating in my mind. I thought about that, but look, people are gonna say like, hey, like they're top 4 right now in the East, bro. I'm gonna say this right now. This
you
is
beat
not
Orlando.
Yeah, look at the results. They beat New England. Fine,
scraped New England.
Scraped. Smacked by Montreal at home. Draw to Toronto. And honestly, Toronto's like a bad team.
And that was such a lucky draw too with the last kick of the game too. They didn't get that stroke of luck, they would have lost.
The thing is, this team is going to feel like at times they have a really high ceiling and at times a really low floor. And this is part of the balancing act of playing with kids. Like it really is. Like
how long is that gonna? Like how long can they keep going? Oh, it's a young team. It's a young team. Like how long are we gonna be able to hold that on to for NYC?
You can only hold on to that if you get enough results, right? You think about it like my own club team, for example, not here in MLS, but abroad in Barca, right? Is like that. You're only comfortable with that if you're winning games. Like if you're not, I mean, the fans are absolutely up in arms, like begging the club to sign players. Like that play the kids mentality. It only works if you win enough games. So they have to keep winning in some form or fashion. I just don't know how realistic that is. Look, coming up, they travel to Charlotte, they host Cincinnati, they travel to Miami, they have to go to Montreal after getting smoked 3-0, and then they host DC. This team could fall down a slope just depending on how these kids play. Like I don't know what to expect with the Red Bulls. This one's tough. I'm between good, not great, or somewhere near the top of MLS.
This is where you're going to need Forsberg and Chupo to step up.
Chupo had a good goal. Bro, how old is he? Is he 38?
It's like 33, 35.
He looks way older. I'll say that shit right now.
Don't tell me that.
He looks way older.
He's 36.
Okay, that sounds a little more accurate. I was like, that makes me feel better. Yeah, bro. What do you guys think? I'm very torn. I honestly can't pick.
Oh, it's 1-1. So America is on to the next round. So
yep, there you go. Davi, where do you want to put him?
I mean, we could put him at bottom of good, not great, or top of MLS is hard.
I think good, not great.
All right.
Yeah,
that's fair. I think I'm okay with it. You guys are okay with that. I'm okay with that too. The bottom of this, we'll see how that goes. But the next 5 games, by the time we rerun our month 2 power rankings, depending on those next 4 or 5 matches go, they could slip all the way down. We'll see. What happens. Orlando.
Wooden spoon watch. They recently got their first game of the season, and Pareja is the first casualty of the year.
Yep. It's tough, bro. At least you know what? The silver lining, guys, down in Orlando, you're not down here.
Hey, you know what, John? You're welcome. Down here. Rollins, you're welcome.
Yeah. You're not down here, bro. And I think, you know what? I think Rollins would agree with us. I really do. I think he would agree that this team, we all knew, kind of expected a down season coming. Manager's already gone, but new manager bounced. They already got a result, and that's better than the teams we'll be talking about that'll fall into this category. Speaking of the relegation category.
Oh, relegation. Yep, there you go. There's
we go. Philly Union. At least as of right now, bro, Carnell, whenever it is, would you say they're bowing out of Triple C, right?
Yeah. I mean, hey, at least they went for it.
Yeah, you went for it. Cool. So. Now you guys got to lock in, bro. You cannot have the brand of a manager that you can come in season 1, do the job, and then the wheels just fall off after that.
Y'all let Latte Lot score on you. Put your heads back down.
Like you cannot be the team. You cannot help that the second year for Carnell is never better than the first year. You cannot let that be a thing.
Yeah, bro. That can't be the meme that's attached to you in your career, bro. Like you have to find a way to pull yourselves out. And like I said, I'll say it again. The good news for them this year is that the Eastern Conference is weaker than the Western Conference. Not collectively, or maybe at the top end of the teams, right? Like the top end East teams are pretty damn good.
Like mid to low table.
I feel like, the rest of the table has kind of switched. I think the West, it feels more competitive across the board than the East. So they can, if they really lock in, they can climb their way back up and compete for top 4, top 5. Like in the East, I can see that 100%. But they got to figure their shit out. But right now, bro, they look terrible to kick off the new year. Portland, they're probably wooden spoon watch or at bottom end of MLS is hard.
I'd say wooden spoon watch. They got to get rid of Neville for me.
Are they worse than Minnesota?
I mean,
yeah, in the table, yeah.
But you have to add context to that.
You beat Columbus, which doesn't seem like that's much of a flex now these days.
No.
You beat Colorado, they can be weird. You lost 4-1 to Vancouver, and then in a just ugly slobber knocker with the Dynamo, you lost 3-2, with them being down a man.
Yeah, I'm gonna say right here.
That's fine.
Yeah, because in that loss to Colorado, they had a red card. There's that. And I factor that in a little bit, not too much, but yeah, I mean, the gap between them and these teams to me is a little bit apparent.
Yeah, and then Vancouver came in the next week and absolutely destroyed them at their own place.
Yeah,
which is a regular occurrence nowadays. So
it's crazy because I rate some of their players, bro. Like Velde, I think Velde's a badass player. Like I would take him. How often has Anthony been talked about in certain circles? Da Costa been talked about, and it's just like,
I mean, Gage Guerra, he was a hometown kid from Houston.
Yeah.
Kamal Miller's a pretty good MLS center back.
Yeah, solid MLS proven. They did lose Ayala, and I did say in the preseason, right, like that was going to be a big loss. I think he was.
They still got Chara. Chara's still going, so fair play.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That Chara's still going. But like, yeah, bro, I just think that I don't know what it is. It's got to be Neville. It's got to be Neville.
Where's Cole Bassett?
Yeah, I don't know. I rated Cole Bassett at Colorado too. I really did. I thought that was. I thought he was a good piece for them, and he would add some value.
Cole Bassett, Anthony. I mean,
Lassiter. I mean, technically he has a goal, right? But like, I don't know, man. This is going to be a really weird year. Maybe not even a weird year. Maybe just a year where we thought Portland could finally figure it out. And I think it's kind of like the Austin FC thing. As long as Neville's there, I don't know if this team will ever actually be good. Like, I'm tired of giving
Neville's got to go. Neville's got to go straight up.
Yeah, I don't know,
Neville's
man. He's just not a good coach, bro. Just like his brother. At the end of the day, RSL. This is another tricky one, I think. Because, like,
I mean,
it could be in vibes.
Yeah, I mean, could be. The thing is like,
I mean, like, did you expect them to beat Vancouver? And it was a 1-0 loss, by the way. You beat Seattle 2-1.
And they hung in there pretty well.
You beat Atlanta United 3-2. I know that's not necessarily the big flex. And then Austin FC, you beat them 2-1.
Yeah, Vibes FC. FC. Yeah, I think that's fair. And bro, I like just even hearing you that, right? The one loss they have at the start of the season is arguably against one of the most complete teams in the league, and then they just on a 3-game bounce. That's huge, man.
3 out of the next 5, they have to play San Diego twice and Inter Miami.
Tell you what, bro, if they just even put in a good shift against San Diego, that'll be interesting. But if they get a result, we got some talk, and we there's some conversations that will have to be had about Real Salt Lake and about San Diego FC. And I'm talking to all those dudes in the comments who were absolutely so offended that we thought LAFC was a more complete team. But look, man, I watched my Dallas team absolutely go toe-to-toe with even, a rotated San Diego side, but they were under so much pressure, they had to start bringing in the starters to try and make sure they get something out of that game. I think RSL can push that San Diego team. I think they can, based on what I've seen so far. So who knows, man? Vibes FC, they might stay here for a while, or, I mean, going up would be crazy, but there's a lot to think about with RSL, 100%. Speaking of San Diego.
Trophies.
Tisk. Yeah, I'll put them here. I am intentionally putting them behind NYCFC. I think the San Diego team can be figured out. I think they can. I think, bro, I'm telling you what. If you guys go back and watch that, even just Davi, go look at the stats for Dallas versus San Diego, and outside of possession, look how one-sided that is. Like, Dallas did not have any of the ball, but all of the pressure that we put on them
outshot them. The XG better.
Everything, bro.
Yeah.
Dominated them. If it wasn't for those 2 penalty kicks, they walk away with nothing. And again, I will credit almost everything to the high press. If teams can go at San Diego, not be scared of what they present you with offensively, and just pressure them, high press them as much as you can to win the ball back as high up the field as you can, I think San Diego can be figured out.
In all honesty, if New York City were to go to San Diego, I'd feel confident getting a win.
I think you could.
Genuinely, I think we can. I think we can go there and win.
Yeah, and it's just,
and that's no disrespect to San Diego. That's just the way Pascal's team is going right now. So
And it's not like, oh, like we go there and beat their ass. It's just like we just get a result, just get the result that we need and go home. And I think that's possible 100% with this team. They're still young. They got some things to figure out. Mikey Vars is still relatively a new coach in this league.
And they're in the Champions Cup. They got Toluca tonight. So
yeah.
So, and they managed to pull off a win with 9 men.
Yeah, I agree. That was super impressive. Super impressive. But when you find a chink in the armor, you tend to see other teams who watch that and say, "Okay, we can do that too."
I mean, Vancouver in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
I mean, exactly. even Minnesota gave them a good game in the playoffs last year. So,
yeah, man, it's gonna be really interesting to see what happens with San Diego. I'm not sitting here saying that they have some crazy weakness that everybody is going to expose, but teams can and probably will at some point expose it.
This is crazy. NYCFC and San Diego have literally the exact same record, the exact same goal difference, and the exact same goals forward and goals against.
Yeah,
we're literally parallel.
Yeah, bro. It's going to be interesting, man, to see how San Diego continues to push on. But we'll find out. Either way, right now, yeah, a title challenger, 100%. Quakes, Hector, talk to me, bro. How you feeling about San Jose?
I'll be honest with you. I have not been sold on their wins.
Yep.
I'm not. I'm just not. Like they won soundly against Kansas City. You won 2-0 against Atlanta United. You probably should. And you beat Philadelphia 1-0. What Philadelphia, who, if you guys are looking at the tier list right now.
By the way, they're the only team with 0 points in the entirety of the league.
Yep.
They haven't picked up a single point in 4 weeks.
And like I said to John, in these next 2 matches with San Jose are going to dictate how I think this team is. Can they play well against the upper echelon teams? Seattle, which we can have a discussion on where exactly they are right now in the status of MLS as of right now. But they are normally a good team and usually a tough matchup. Lost 1-0. I'll give them props. They put up a good fight. It was still a losing matter. I'm still not sold on San Jose yet. Like I said, next matchup, I believe, is Vancouver.
Vancouver away. And then San Diego.
And after that, San Diego. So, like I said, if they can get 5 points, which now it's 2 wins, they need 2 wins now, I'll put them as the championship DVD team. Like right now, is vibes at an all-time high? Probably. Yeah, definitely if you're a San Jose fan, because this is better than where they've been there lately.
But lately's a strong word. It's like it's been so long.
It's been like what? Since like 2012.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't think they're in Vibes FC. I think they're good, not great.
The only issue is that, okay, look, you can only control so much of your schedule, right? I'll say that. This still was their first loss. And so I think my question to you then would be, we can move this around, but where would you put Seattle? Would you put Seattle in Vibes FC? That's where I would put Seattle.
Yeah.
I think Seattle will win a good amount of games. I think
the order of the tier would have to probably be
debated, probably like this, right? In all reality, that's probably the order, right?
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think that they're, a good amount, in this tier, they're above San Jose 100%, and that 1-0 win confirmed it. But I don't know if they're an entire level above the Quakes, right? Like that to me is like, and I'm saying that as a Dallas fan who watched us beat the Quakes last season. Like I don't know, I'm just like, I don't know. Putting them down here, we can, but I think that what they've done so far this season deserves a little bit more when you compare it to these teams. What do you guys think? Keep them here?
That's fine.
Yeah, they're at the bottom of Vibes FC. That's fine.
All right, bet. Sporting KC. I already kind of have my pick. Let me know what you guys think. But I think they're like right here.
Good, not great.
No, I was gonna say MLS is hard.
Okay.
I think because like I still even these 3 teams in the West, I kind of, even though Galaxy, actually, you know what, Galaxy did lose, but I still kind of collectively right now trust these 3 teams more. Maybe I'll do this. Would fans
No, they-
kill me?
No,
Would
they
Honda-
did beat LA Galaxy.
Yeah, there you go. We corrected it. I think again, they're still like again, bro. They're still like whatever it is. What place are they in? 12, 13, some shit like that. They only have 4 points. So 12th. Okay. So
I mean that's 4 more points than I expect them to have.
yeah, fair.
So-
But at the end of the day, they still have Joveljic. They still have players over there. They're still working on rebuilding the squad from top to bottom, front office included. No one expected anything realistic from Kansas City this year, and they've surpassed that expectation already, in my opinion. So I like this pick. I think MLS is hard. I think Wooden Spoon Watch would just be it'd be a little tough considering that they're already meeting or even exceeding the expectation. St. Louis, right here, bro.
Could be relegation. Yeah.
Yeah, that honestly, these are the two teams that put down here.
They're bottom of the West, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I think the two bottom teams, one in each conference, this is where they belong.
Only scored 1 goal all season, so
it's rough, bro. Hey, but the gold kits, they're looking good out there while they lose.
Hey,
every game.
you got Sterling Brown. You got Sterling Brown announcing a season 3 of Paradise, rocking the Tina Turner kid. So
yeah, it's maybe those are vibes. Who knows? You're not Vibes FC, but
that's a win on my book. That's their MLS Cup right there.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy. Yeah,
the guy that cries in every movie. So like,
oh Jesus, man, another Hung-Min Son. That's wild. Anyway, last two, Toronto FC, our Canadian teams. Toronto FC.
MLS is hard.
Where would you put them?
Below LA.
Nah. I think honestly, bro, I would put Toronto like right here.
Not against it.
Yeah, I think Toronto like again, and maybe I'm saying this because I watched them play because like we had them in the opening game of the season, but they got some dog mentality about them. Like they got some fight. They definitely don't let the games go, and I feel like
that goal against Red Bull was so beautiful.
You could argue with this is like two sides of the spectrum when you talk about like Montreal, right? They win. They also had a very interesting offseason, and Toronto very active, right? They started that from like near the end of last season, right? You go get Mihalovic, you get your guy, right? Josh Sargent is now in MLS. He's with Toronto, so like they have been very aggressive this season, for this season, right? They're gonna be a better team despite their manager. So I think that like with Toronto, we're seeing that they went after guys that you're like, you probably should go after these guys. Whereas Montreal, once again, you're like kind of head scratcher guys, but maybe they're going for the whole island of misfit toys, if you will. So
yeah, man, I agree. I think that like I said, right now, I mean, granted, we're the first month of the season, right? But right now, they're technically in that. Anybody who's in like that playoff spot deserves some kind of recognition for that in comparison to the other teams so far. So I'm okay with that. I think Toronto right now, I don't know if I'm saying, hey, they're going to be there towards the end of the season. Not saying that, but we all thought they were going to be dog shit coming into this year. And even with Mihalovic, like I just don't know how much one band can make a difference. But yeah, man, it's working out decently so far, and they've made some signings since then that should hopefully long term take them over the top if you're a Toronto FC fan. So looking at you, Josh Sargent. All right, and then finally, this one's easy. Trophies. What more can we say about Vancouver, man? What more can we say? This team is just
14 goals and 1 goal allowed.
They're just so legit. They're just so legit, bro. Is it their MLS Cup to lose?
I think
not sure.
Honestly, when we talk about most complete team in MLS, I think it's Vancouver.
Is it theirs to lose?
I think so. I think their defense is amazing. Their midfield is solid, and their attack. I mean, 14 goals should tell you everything about that attack.
Yeah,
that's the attack that we expected from Chicago. So I think like
that's crazy.
So I mean, like, yeah, like you would think a team, if there was a team that was going to be impacted from MLS Cup, you would think Vancouver, especially because I think at the end of the day, what happened in that final, was just the lack of experience versus the amount of experience that's in Inter Miami. Because Inter Miami was just like, get tired out, get tuckered out. Keep doing your sprints, keep doing your runs. You're gonna fuck up at some point, and we'll exploit it.
It was just another game to them.
It was literally that. I think Vancouver's gonna come in a little bit wiser now. The team basically the same, almost the same team. So there's a lot of still things that are connected. So I think that this team is still very much that same team from last year. The question will be, will they have learned from their mistakes from that MLS Cup final?
Considering it was their first MLS Cup final, it was, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't their first final, but yes, MLS Cup final.
But I think
they never made it past the conference semis. So
yeah, I think it's good. It's a good pinnacle for considering where they've been before. Is a good pinnacle to reach last season. Now you take the next step. Right now, you win it. It's like expecting them to win like Triple C would be pretty unrealistic. It's like you just need them to get over this first line.
Well, they are 3-0 down at the time of recording. So
yeah, right. So it's like you kind of like crawl before you walk situation. But this team is 100% good enough to just take it all in MLS this season. So whether they do it, that's a playoff question. We'll get there at some point throughout the year. But for right now, bro, this team is moving right now. They're moving. But yeah, that's it, lads. This is our list, man. I think it looks good. At the very top, we got 3 Western teams, 2 Eastern Conference teams. I think that's fair. It's almost perfectly representative of where MLS is right now at this moment in time, what we've seen so far. Miami haters are going to be in the mud. That's okay. And then outside of that, bro, this whole bunch is just like almost to be determined. Let's just kind of see how things shake out.
Too early to call at this point. So
I agree. And you can even argue that maybe that case too for like the Quakes and RSL, but right now they're actually playing some pretty decent soccer. So we'll kind of see how it all goes. But yeah, man. And look, Philly, St. Louis, don't have a ton of hope for you guys, but there is opportunity to turn it around. We've seen teams do it. We saw Kansas City go on that crazy run in 2023. Anything's possible, bro. Anything's possible. So, but that's going to do it for us in terms of our tier list. Guys, let us know in the comments down below, man, how you feel about this. I think personally this is super, super fair. And for anybody who is screaming and shouting about the order, right, San Diego fans being mad about this or anybody else, bro, Red Bull fans being mad about being at the end of this, bro, it's at the end of the day, it's all nuanced. You can have little debates here and there to pull teams into one direction or the other, but at the end of the day, the tier is what matters most. But that's it. Let's go into quickfire predictions, and then we are going to get out of here. Before we do, let's check in. We do have the updated standings for our weekly predictions, our table, if you will. And after a crazy round of results this past week, some of us shit the bed. Some of us had a pretty good week. Looking at you, Hector. And so let's take a look at the standings. Look how close this is.
That.
Jesus Christ.
Look at that. John Rivera had a commanding lead, and now him and Hector are tied at the top. It's crazy how it works.
I started the season 6-9.
Yep. The infamous 6-9. It's crazy because them two are tied at the top. I'm now only 1 game back, and then Honda and Davi are only 3 games back, bro. It's like so much can change with how these predictions go.
You reclip, just put the clip right now where John was just talking a lot of shit right here, like just right here.
Just know that this right here, this year ranking here, proves that half of the shit that I say, even though half of it might be bullshit.
Bro, we're 3 weeks in. We're 3 weeks in.
I know we're 3 weeks in, but I know, but like, 11 predictions wrong is not a bad margin.
That's defense all season. This is what
what I'm saying is, as much bullshit as I can be talking on here every single week, just know that I know what I'm talking about. Come on.
The rest of us are pretty close.
No, proof is in the pudding, guys. Come on.
We'll see how it levels out. I think this is really interesting.
The Lulu after 2 weeks is crazy.
There's not delusion. You cannot confuse delusion with confidence. I back myself every day of the week. I got myself. The only person that can control this.
I love the honeymoon phase. Like the honeymoon phase, John, is like prime John, bro. Straight vibes. It's like summer outside. The birds are chirping. It's sunny out.
I can't wait for this to be totally stupid and a waste of time.
For real, bro. It's gonna be.
I'm not like that. I don't like to spoil the party. Let's keep the vibes going. We're gonna have another good week this week.
Yeah,
this is where he was just like, it's gonna stay like that, guys. I just know ball.
Oh my god.
Wasn't it just like a 3-game gap that he had?
Yeah, it was like, I think it was technically 4, but bro, he only got 4 of the 15 guesses correct last week. He shit the bed hard, bro. He
Hey, get wrecked, John.
11 L's.
As you guys know, you guys can tell why he's not here.
I knew that was coming at some point.
Get wrecked, John.
All right, man. Let's go into our quick fire predictions. We'll start off with Toronto hosting Columbus.
Whew.
Oh God.
I'm gonna say Toronto.
Same, actually.
This should be the Josh Sargent debut match, I believe. Or
No,
not.
he made his debut already.
No, but I mean like starting.
Oh yes, he is starting. Yeah.
I still don't know what he's gonna do in this league, man. I don't know. So much of me is torn between what he did for Norwich versus like the U.S. men's national team, but different conversation for a different day. I'm gonna go Toronto.
I think Sargent scores the winner here.
All right, Toronto all the way around. Philly hosting Chicago.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh man, Jose, because here's the thing though. I think you're officially off on Chicago, but
Yep, I'm definitely off. I'm gonna go draw.
Okay. He found the loophole.
I found the loophole. I think Philly will get their win soon. It has to come soon, but it's not going to be this week. I think it's going to be a draw.
I'm gonna go safe. I'm gonna go draw. I'm just not gonna pick anybody.
You know what? I'm gonna take Chicago.
Oh shit! All right.
So,
Now, see, you know what, man? Hector had like a very sage-like week last week, so like I'm debating like, damn, should I just like
No,
just ride Hector's picks, bro? Like I don't know.
I think he's due for another bad week. Sorry, Hector.
Interesting. Here we go. All right, we'll see.
hey, look, I'll be excited if I get another 6-9.
Nashville hosting Orlando.
Nashville,
baby.
Nashville, baby.
Vibes are high for them.
That's a clean sweep. Atlanta hosting DC.
Fuck. This is actually tough. This is tougher than what people think.
It's in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's in Atlanta.
I'm gonna go DC.
Latte Lafayette scored a goal.
He scored last week. It didn't matter.
It didn't matter. But he got the feeling. He found the goal. now to score 20. Now to score like 21 more, so he can finally make up for the money.
Yeah, seriously, bro. He's only got that many more to go. Baribo. I'm in on Baribo right now.
Nah, I'm going with DC.
Yep.
What would you pick, Jose?
The DC.
DC. I'll go.
Keep in mind, I will be getting Honda and John's picks after this, regardless. So, like, it's there's not going to be a major consensus on this channel.
Give me Atlanta.
Atlanta.
I'll go with Atlanta.
All right. Charlotte hosting Red Bull.
Charlotte.
I'm gonna say draw on this one.
Charlotte.
I'm gonna say Charlotte, but bro, I have a feeling Hector is right about this. It's like one of those games where like the kids could turn up and like just get a point. Like, man, I hate this. If I was putting money right now, yeah, I'm gonna say I'll say Charlotte. I'm gonna come back to this and hate myself. Dallas versus Houston, the Texas Derby. Yeah. Yo, guys, I don't have to say anything. I mean,
Antonio Carlos back, so we got our captain. We got our captain back after the red card.
Musa, slam that shit down, bro. All right, let's go.
Am I overthinking because I have 20?
I'm just saying, man. The dogs are back.
Bro, it is gonna be a spicy game, bro. I'm telling you, there's gonna be fights. Like I already see it. I already see this shit coming. It's happening. So. We'll see, bro. I hope Barrington's out there ready to throw some bows because it's going to be in full effect.
I think I'm overthinking because I'm just like have some ground to make up. But
keep in mind, this is a game that Houston, for the first time in 14 years or 15 years, did win last year.
Fucking give me Dallas. Give me Musa.
All right, 2 Dallas, 1 Houston. Kansas City hosting Colorado. This is a mind fuck of a game.
Something tells me Kansas City's going to scrape this one.
It would be the most MLS shit, bro. It's just it really would. I could see it. Like Davi said that. Like, yeah, he might.
This could also be just like a Jovic hat trick game. Like that's like
man.
Yeah. But I mean, this could also be a game where Yappy just goes all out aggressive and just single handedly carries Colorado to a win. I mean, he was giving us some issues last week in the Bronx, so. This is another tough one.
I'm gonna go draw. I really can't decide. Like Colorado, will they lose back-to-back road games? It could happen. I feel like bro, and they were. I watched the game. They were giving you guys a good game.
Yeah,
And then fantastic.
Structurally, they were pretty good. They were pretty good structurally.
And then just again, brilliant individual play from Max Morales finds Talas Magno. The winner's there. You're like, damn, I can't believe Colorado lost.
On top of that, Nico Fernandez Mercal with an inventive free kick to also put us up 2-0 before the half. So I'm gonna go Colorado.
That's a good pick. I'm gonna stick with draw. But that's a good pick.
Fuck, man. This is such a trick one. I'm gonna go draw. If I can't, you know what? If it's not clear and obvious,
that's what I'm saying, bro. That's where I'm at. I'm like, if I really can't pick, I'm just gonna go draw.
I'm gonna hone my inner JJ Watt here.
I like that tweet out of him, by the way. That whole clear and obvious shit. I'm like, yes, JJ, tweet about this shit, bro. Let him know.
Then shut up, American.
I know. Guys don't want new fans.
He made a really good. I would just love that one bridge. It's like he does have a good point though.
Yeah. It's like he's not wrong. He's not wrong. St. Louis versus New England, hosting New England.
Oh, man.
Revs.
Draw.
I'm gonna say Revs.
Nah, the Revs are hot, bro. Revs are hot.
That's
Throw the tea crate.
at St. Louis, fuck it. Bring it anyway. Bring it with you.
Throw it at the Brits. Throw it at the Brits.
Yeah. So we got 2 New England ones. Would you say draw?
I said draw.
Okay. All right. Austin hosting LAFC.
LAFC.
It should
But I do think they concede a goal.
Yeah, I think they'll concede. Well, if they do, it'll be their first goal conceded in the league this year.
I think it'll be a Christian Ramirez penalty.
Oh, that's not a bad shout, actually. Yeah, I'm going LAFC too. LAFC, Hector?
Right. I'm gonna side with my boy Hernan and go LAFC.
I didn't know where you were going with that. I was like, bro, what? I was like, wait, what? All right, fair enough.
Hernan Darby.
That was so good. Vancouver hosting the Quakes.
Vancouver.
Caps.
I gotta go Vancouver.
Yeah, that's sorry, bro. They're just too damn good right now.
No championship DVD. No championship.
Yeah, no championship DVD. Cincinnati hosting Montreal.
Surely this is the week Cincinnati bounces back, right?
Surely, but what if we get the version of Montreal that showed up against the Red Bulls?
Nah. It can't happen again, can it?
I don't know, man. This Montreal team is such a wild card.
If that happens, Noonan's on Noonan goes from being the safest manager of all time, in my opinion, to just get him out of here.
They're both tied on 3 points right now. Cincy's goal differential is -5. Montreal's is -6.
Vancouver up 1-0, so there's 2 more, and they could force overtime.
Montreal have outscored Cincy by a goal so far this year.
Montreal have outscored Cincinnati.
They've had 4. They have 4. Cincy has 3 goals.
Oh shit!
At the TQL too.
I'm gonna go with Cincy.
Yeah, this is the Cincy bounce back game. It's not gonna be pretty, but they'll win.
I'm gonna go draw. NYCFC hosting Miami.
Fuck, man, I could see all 3 outcomes happen in this game. Genuinely,
is this gonna be in Yankee Stadium or
Yankee Stadium?
You know
what? Who's to say if Messi plays?
Give me NYC, bro. Give me NYC. It's not even a hater take. This is just legitimately you guys want to stamp. If Janssen wants to stamp his credentials right now as one of the top teams in MLS for sure, you win this game.
I think it's either a 1-goal NYCFC win or it's a 1-1 draw.
I think NYCFC win this.
Fuck it. Give me NYC. I'll put my balls on the table. Give me my boys.
Yes, let's go, bro. Let's go.
Let's go New York. Let's go with New York.
Oh, let's go, baby. We're
not beating the allegations today.
Definitely not. Minnesota hosting Seattle.
Seattle.
Oh man, this is one of those weird games too.
It is a weird game, but bro, if Seattle can't win this game, they're frauds.
Yeah, fight and win. Let's go, boys.
They're frauds, and I'm looking at you, Jesus Ferreira. Portland hosting the Galaxy.
Also, who told him that hairstyle? That's what you should be doing.
His girl, obviously. No, I don't know.
The long fro is just like, like, you know what, Ferreira, just bring back the Jerry curls. Like, let's just do it.
Hey,
like,
bro, I think he should. Yeah, you pull it off. Look kind of fresh. I think it's very Seattle of him now to look like that. Like, I think it's like very, very West Coast.
You know, put some Soul Glow. I don't think
Bring
Davi
it back,
knows
bro.
that reference.
Nostalgia is in. Nostalgia is in. Bring it back. Fuck it. This game is actually another mindfuck game.
Is this a loser leaves town game?
I wouldn't go that far this early in the season. Like if this was happening in May or June, yeah. Neville, I'm looking at you, bitch. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. I don't know, man. Like, part of me wants. This sounds even weird to say. Part of me wants Galaxy to like really start like hitting stride, like reaching their potential, but they're just not there yet. And Portland hasn't been there. Like I don't know how long.
Heck and Painful, man. Like they need to start carrying the load, man. Like I don't know what it is.
I think this is another murky one. I'm gonna go with a draw.
I'm gonna go with draw at this point. Yeah.
Please don't screw me for this. I'm gonna go Portland. I'm gonna go Portland because it's Providence Park, and I think. And I'll tell you what, bro. It's a win-win. It's a win-win because if they win, I get the pick win, and if they lose, Neville's on a hot seat. Like you lose to this version of LA Galaxy at home this early, you go even further down the table, which I don't even know how it's possible. You're already in 14th place. I don't know. I feel like they have to absolutely be up for this game, but no matter what, it's a win-win. Finally, this could be a good game. San Diego hosting Salt Lake. Could be a good game. Just depending on like what version of Master Wendy's men we actually get in this one. But
I think San Diego take it. I think they have to. I think Dryer's quality shows through, and that's the difference.
Yeah, at home,
yeah,
I expect that. So like, yes, if this was at Salt Lake, I might say San Diego dropped points again. But they just came off a game where they dropped points. What time do they play tonight?
They're playing right now. They're 33rd minute. No.
Okay. So they're going to have to rotate again. Keep in mind. They're going to have to rotate again. Yeah, I'll go San Diego. I'm not going to get cute with this.
San Diego probably squeaks it out because of Dryer.
Yeah. I'll give San Diego only because, too, like, again, also banking on Salt Lake on the road. To bank on road teams, you do have to have a pretty strong team, a decently strong team. So, yeah, I'm going to go San Diego. Hector, same thing?
San Diego.
All right. That is it. Those are our picks for match day 5 of the 2026 MLS season. Guys, if you stuck around this part, this far throughout the episode, first off, man, we appreciate you. If you haven't done so already, do me a favor, like the video down below, subscribe to GOLZ TV. Wake Up MLS is not slowing down, man. Got plenty of content coming week in and week out. So again, this is the very first monthly power rankings that we've done for the 2026 season. In about 4 or 5 weeks' time, we got the next one coming around. Again, comment down below any hot takes you might have, any criticism you have of our picks, because I'll probably go back and use that as receipts for the next video. But that's going to do it here from everybody on the channel. And again, Davi's here, Hector's here, but keep in mind, we're still keeping track of picks for John Rivera, for Honda. So again, we're going to bring those receipts back up time and time again. And there are jersey bets on the line. We're going to have someone at the end of the season wearing their rival's kit. And it's going to be fucking hilarious. I actually can't wait for it. So, guys, any closing thoughts before we get out of here?
I'm just saying, man, like at this point, San Jose's got to win the next 2 games if they want to be on that championship DVD team.
Dude, I did not think Hector was going to be a San Jose hater this early on into the season, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it, bro. We need a vendetta against some teams. So.
Never in my life did I think I would hate on San Jose.
Bro, I didn't think anybody would. I swear, I didn't think anybody would go that far. But like, here we are. So
I'm quite happy for them. They've been shit for so long. I'm happy for them.
I think you're also just happy in general, bro. Your team is moving. NYC, top of the East. Bro, I think everyone now is like in a decent spot. So the vibes are high on this show and on the channel. So hopefully everyone at home, you guys enjoyed it. You come back time and time again. Again, no matter what, man, we appreciate you guys. So from everybody here at Week of MLS and GOLZ TV, my name is Jose. That's Davi. That's Hector. We'll catch you guys next time.